Hi, everybody. Hi. Happy Hump Day, Humpty Dumpty. I wonder if Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall on a Wednesday. That would have been interesting. I doubt it, though. I doubt it. So I have pretty much plotted out the travel journal and gathered up all the bits and pieces and found pictures and printed out pictures on the little Polaroid zip thing that makes those little pictures that have sticky back. Hi, Safia. Good to see you. So it's just kind of a hot, windy, on and off rainy day. I did take pictures of the prayer flags. Hi, Candy. Hi, Marguerite, lurking from beautiful British Columbia. Lydia, hi. Great to see you. Thanks for joining us. I'm just kind of wrapping up this journal. I've got all the bits and pieces, and I'm just going to kind of glue them in a little bit and call it a trip. And thinking of some other things that maybe I could add. I didn't take that many pictures. I'm just, again, I told you about my phone. I forgot to bring my phone charger, so it was dead like the first day, and there was no place on the ship where they sold those kind of things, which really made no sense to me. But anyway, so it's kind of awkward to carry around an iPad and take pictures with that. So I'm not that good at that. So, but fortunately, you go online and you type in Allure of the Seas, blah, 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 and a picture pops up. And then I can print those pictures out to fill in with the pictures that my son took. And the other thing I've discovered, a new person to me, her name is Julie Lawrence, I think is her name. And she did the cutest, simplest watercolor. I mean, this is for people that say they can't draw and people who say I only can draw stick figures. And I loved it. And they came out so cute. So I drew a couple of the stick figures and I'm going to paint some in. And I painted them in. Now, hers were all women and they all had little dresses on. But I'm going to draw one for you just to show you how simple this is. Now, most of you in here are well established artists and can draw. You're way above and beyond stick figures. But I'm not really. So this is what she did, and I'm just going to use a little index card. And I like to draw on index cards, and I have the heavy duty index cards, so I can actually add a little watercolor to them. So this is all she did. So here's the index card. Let me put this over here. Okay. And with a lightish pencil, you don't want anything too dark. But I will fill it in with my fountain pen when I'm done. So all you're going to do is draw a circle for the head. That's not a very good circle, but it's okay. A little line for the neck, the shoulders, which are just a little bit wider than the head. And then the body, you come down to the body, and the hips are about the same width as the neck. Then you come down and do some legs. I had my legs bent, and then she just did like a little half moon for the feet. And then for the arms, we'll put the arm up like this. And she wanted the, I guess the thumbs out, could be thumbs out, even though okay. So you just kind of do a little thing like that, showing the thumbs are out. and like so. And then she dressed it. Hi, Colleen. Hi, Monkey. 9/11. And so then she put dresses on them, and we didn't wear any dresses, obviously. So I'm gonna put a little T-shirt, and I'll color this in my fountain pen in a second, so you can see. So I'm putting little sleeves on this T-shirt, and everyone was wearing shorts of sorts. Shorts of sorts. Okay, let me color that in. Let me just, so you can see how simple this is. I had a lot of fun doing it. I'm going to fix this head now since I can. I'm just going to make it a little bit rounder. Neck. And then the arms come up. And that's the thumb. Here comes the arms. Here's the sleeve of the T-shirt. A little scoop neck, because we were wearing T-shirts and shorts of sorts. Shorts of sorts. Okay, and then here comes that. Put some shorts on, like so. Like so. And I'm going to move this leg over a little bit because I can. And the feet. All right. Now. Oh, great. What are you going to see, Nettie? And you're going to erase all the paper lines. Not pencil lines, not paper lines, like so. Okay. I'm using a carbon black waterproof fountain pen ink, which is my favorite fountain pen ink to use because it is waterproof. So I'm just going to erase all of these. And you're going to go, yeah, that's a stick figure. Yeah, it is. That's exactly. Hi, Barbara. Yeah, it is a stick figure. It is a stick figure. Absolutely. Okay. And I kind of screwed that up a little bit, but it's okay. And then I'm going to paint it in. I'm using my Paul Rubens basic watercolor set. And I want to move my iced coffee because I know if I don't, I will be sticking my paintbrush in it. And all right, let me get my paintbrush. I'm using a number 6 cheapo watercolor brush. And I'm going to give, how about a light greenish T-shirt. Okay. Just going to paint that in like so. And she made ladies with dresses on. And then, of course, with the dresses, she decorated them with belts and flowers and stuff like that. And, but I just did plain T-shirts. And I'm going to paint in one that I did kind of all 4 of us. But these are like really simple, and they would make simple little additions to, as you can see, I'll show you. I made a couple just to stick in the journal. Some navy blue shorts. So you don't have to be very accomplished to do this. And this brush is driving me nuts, so I'm not going to use it. So there. Don't like it. So let me get over, throw that over there. There's the one I want. So now you're just going to take like a flesh color for the arms and stuff. And I don't really have a flesh color here. So we'll kind of do a light, maybe a little yellow, maybe a little brown. Yeah, we'll see. Well, we were a little tan. Oh, that's not too bad. All right. I'll take that. Do that with the neck where I mixed that there. Just kind of follow that up like so. Come down like so. like so, like so, like so. And there you have a little. Hi, Kimberly. Happy Hub Day to you. So now you have this little character. And she didn't put any face on them at all. And again, hers was ladies in flowing dresses. I made, people with shorts on. And so I made 4 of them here. And I'm going to paint them in. And this is going to be Richard, Reed, me, and Callum. And so we're just going to paint these guys in. And then we're going to put them in I'll cut this one out and throw it in the journal. And yeah, I thought I liked the simplicity of it. And for someone that's not confident in their drawing skills, I always said that I didn't care whether all I could draw was stick figures. And if all I did was draw stick figures for the rest of my life, I would be happy. And then all of a sudden, here comes this woman drawing stick figures. And so I figured, okay, I said I was going to draw stick figures, so here they are. I thought Julie Lawrence, I think is her name. And then she's got another video on simple, really easy, simple birds and such, Give him a reddish, maroonish t-shirt. You did wear a reddish t-shirt on the cruise. I'll have people happy with one hand up and they're waving maybe. So I'll just stick this on here. Okay. I mean, this is a little simple from what, if you were watching Dee Dee, this is a far cry from what Dee Dee was doing today. That is for damn sure. But that book that she had was very interesting. It was very, the directions were so clear and specific. And of course, you have to have those. Well, I guess you don't have to have those pencils, but I was really impressed that, she told you exactly what number pencil, I think they were Prismacolor, right? And you get color. Hi, Miriam. Well, thanks for stopping by. I know it's really late where you are, so I appreciate you popping in. It's got to be, I think, just purple here. Well, we'll find out. No, it's not. Well, that's okay. We can use that. So I'm just painting some very simple stick figures to add to my travel, my journal from the cruise. Oh, I like that navy blue. I am a huge navy blue fan. And let's give Callum orange, because he would wear orange. I think he actually had orange orange shorts. Orangey brown. I made him just a little bit shorter than I am. Reed already towers over me. And by the time I see Callum next year, he'll be as tall as I am, if not taller. So, hi, Roseanne. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. How about a nice yellowy orange t-shirt? After all, we're on a cruise. Richard bought a really neat Hawaiian shirt for the cruise, and he had bought a Hawaiian shirt for Callum that had one of his characters on it. I don't know, one of his cartoon characters or one of his VR characters. And it didn't get here in time. So the plan was they were all going to have Hawaiian shirts, but it didn't work out that way, unfortunately. So the boys just had regular t-shirts. I'll give myself a light green t-shirt. Notice I have a little scoop neck. on mine. And I could add flowers, but I'm not going to. All right. I just want it to be colorful. I'll hold this up and you can see. Hi, little sister Cheryl. It's great to see you. Thanks for being here. Let's see. I got to find another color. It's got to be purple. That's brown. Is that purple? Yeah, that's purple. Give him a purple t-shirt. I played bridge yesterday. And I did okay. But every time I play, I learn something. I don't know whether they're going to invite me back because the one lady was a little annoyed. I thought she was a little annoyed because the other lady was kind of giving me instructions on how to, which I found extremely helpful. But she was kind of, you could see she was getting a little pissy. Like, well, come on, let's play. Come on, this isn't lessons. But the other woman just ignored her. And these women are really good friends. And they've been playing bridge for like forever. This is the one woman that is 99. She's been playing bridge since she was 16. 16, can you imagine? 16? I need something. Let me just see what this looks like. Oh, that looks fine. All right. So here comes their kind of, well, we'll say they have a tan, I guess. A weird tan. They did. Oh my God. They were so tan when they left here. I was not really in the sun that much, other than just natural walking. I have high blood pressure medicine that says that you shouldn't be in the sun, so I used to be a serious sunbather. Remember back in the day when you'd lather yourself up with baby oil and then you'd put a couple of drops of iodine in the baby oil and you'd literally lay out in the sun and you would literally fry in the sun. You try to get as dark as you possibly could. Because now I'm paying for that with the little bouts of skin cancer. But I haven't sunbathed in years. Okay. I'm done with those little guys. And now we can add them. So here they are. Here we are. The Happy Cruisers. And I don't know whether I'm going to write something on here but they're going to go in the book. All righty. I got some wet paint here, so let me just wipe that. I guess there is a tropical storm. The first named of the season, named Alberto. And I guess he's in the Gulf and going to cause some problems in Texas and in Mexico. So I wish those people well. We've got something off the coast, but there's less than a 40% chance that it's going to turn into anything. So I will take that any day, less than 40%. All right. So this is the journal, and I've done a lot of the writing, and I'm not going to bore you with the reading of it, but I'm just going to start gluing stuff in. And I took apart some of the, I want to get back home and sleep off this. Oh, Benadryl. Ooh, that does make you groggy, doesn't it? So here's one of those characters, and you can put little frames around those pictures when you use that Polaroid zip printer thingy. And so we had breakfast in the main dining room. I started the day with a Bloody Mary. I was on vacation, and Reed almost smiled. He's got a thing about not smiling. He's just being a brat. a 13-year-old brat. And this is some of the artwork that was, I told you I took that art catalog off. I took both of them and I just like the color. So, and here's I couldn't get the main dining room breakfast menu, but this is this is the breakfast menu that's like the room service breakfast menu. Because the breakfast menu in the main dining room is like it's very, it's very elaborate, and it has everything you want, from eggs Benedict to hot chocolate and blueberry pancakes and buttermilk pancakes, waffles, eggs over easy, eggs over hard, eggs over medium, scrambled eggs, poached eggs, you name it. Muffins, danishes. I just can't imagine all the food that they must bring on board, and what the kitchens must look like, the refrigeration. Yeah, isn't this pretty? This is by an artist by the name of, it's not mine, it's an artist by the name of, I think I actually cut up all of his stuff. Oh no, here he is. I got two of the catalogs. His name is Romero Brito. And this is his work. I like it too. It's very colorful and very whimsical. It's really cool. So I've cut out some of these to use in the journal. I know. Eggs can be very complicated. I like a wet scrambled egg. And those are really hard to get just the right consistency. They're not runny, it's not like they're not cooked, but they're just barely cooked. So they're very moist. And sometimes you can get scrambled eggs that are cooked until they're so dry that, I don't particularly care for them. My older brother, Fred, he made the best, he made the best wet scrambled eggs. And his wife didn't know that. And we were at a memorial service for Fred after he had passed away. And his daughter, Dana, and we were talking about our memories about Fred and everything. And Dana and I both said, his wet scrambled eggs were the best. And his wife, Leslie, said, I didn't know that. I didn't know I said, oh yeah, he made great scrambled eggs. She never knew that. I guess he never made them for her. He was an egg guy. 1 egg or 2 eggs scrambled every morning before work. I have eggs every day pretty much because my cholesterol is ridiculously low or normal. And I remember, do you remember the cholesterol? Everyone went crazy about cholesterol, and you couldn't eat eggs because it's not good for your cholesterol. And I just think, and I'm not a medical person, and I don't play a medical person. I know nothing about medicine. I just think some people are born with a high proclivity to having high cholesterol, and some aren't. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. My grandmother ate nothing but, real butter. Hi, Belinda. Real bacon fat. She never worried about that at all. Never had a cholesterol issue. Died at 96. But some people have really, really high cholesterol. Like my friend Nancy. Her cholesterol levels are just off the charts. I think I told you, but my friend Nancy, this is my friend that we met the first day of kindergarten. Got some Nancy stories. She came in once to the chat. And she is moving. She lives out in Southampton, out on Long Island. and her house is on the market, and she closes on her other house, which is about an hour away from where she lives. Now, she had this woman who had come to live with her and help her out. Nancy had some medical issues for a while, and this woman came and kind of took care of Nancy for a while, and Nancy got better, and she was fine, and this woman wouldn't leave. Hi, Mary Lou. Nancy didn't know how to get rid of her. She really had a problem with her. She wouldn't leave, and she didn't pay rent. She didn't do anything. She finally got a job, and after she was no longer really caring for Nancy. So Nancy's figured, well, the only way to get rid of her is if I move, which I think is not a great reason for moving, but she's moving to a place that's going to be, if she needs care, you know what I mean? It's going to take care of her from now until hospice, so to speak. Very expensive, but she can afford it. So when I talked to her, it was her birthday, and we always talk to one another on our birthday. I tried calling her on her birthday, and it would ring 4 times, and then it was like an automated message, leave a message. So I left a message. I thought it was odd that she wasn't near her phone on her birthday, because we talked to one another on our birthdays. We've been doing that for 50 some odd years. So I said to her, happy birthday. I hope you're out having a great time, because I called her on cocktail time. So the next night I called her, same thing. And I said, hey, I'm a little nervous. Call me. So I didn't hear from her. And so she finally called yesterday. And so she finally got rid of this woman. This woman has 4 pets, right? Are you ready for this? Nancy, it cost Nancy the woman stiffed her for the moving. She was moving back to Utah. Thank you, Barbara. So Nancy, the woman went to work, and the woman said that Nancy had to be there when the moving company came and all of that to make sure, they took what they were supposed to take. And Nancy got stuck with the moving bill, right? So she paid for the moving bill. And it was, I don't know how much money. It was like $8,000 or something like that. Nancy got stiff. She paid for the moving. Then the woman has 4 neurotic pets. And apparently this is a thing. So if you're looking for work and like to drive, there's people that literally will drive your pets to a destination. If you don't want to put them on a plane, they will drive them. So Nancy paid, are you ready for this? $5,000 to have her 4 pets driven from Long Island to Utah, somewhere in Utah. $5,000 it cost Nancy. And she paid it. And the pets were picked up, and then and that's what these people do. This is what these people do. Okay, anyone else I missed? Oh, okay. I think you got everybody. $5,000 just for the pets. $8,000 for the move. All told, Nancy said it cost her $5,000. $15,000 to finally say goodbye to this woman. So she was telling me all these horror stories. And then this woman had the nerve to say to Nancy, why don't you leave your money to me? Because your sister's kids, Nancy never married, has no kids. Your sister's kids don't need your money. Why don't you leave it to me? I mean, oh my God. I mean, she said that to her. But interesting. So she's been without. Oh, and then when they did something with the phone lines, they crossed the phone lines. So when I was calling her number, I was actually getting this woman's number, and so Nancy wasn't getting the messages. So she was very hurt and said, oh my God, nobody called me on my birthday. And then she finally got the phone thing situated, and then she saw that I had phoned her twice. So Anyway, so she's been without this woman for a little over a week, and then she's moving to this new place where she already has met a couple of people that she already knew. I know, and she was that's what this woman was. I mean, it was a long scam. You know what I mean? I mean, this went on for a long time, but that's what this woman was doing. She was scamming her, taking advantage of her. I'll put that on. This is a map of Coco Cay. Now, Coco Cay is one of those cruise ship islands that they own. This one happens to be owned by Royal Caribbean. So their ships come in here, and there's water slides and snorkeling. And this is a wave pool that makes artificial waves, which is kind of cool. And they had a zip line, but hi, Beth. Yeah, bad. Oh, yeah, maybe. I don't know, but they crossed the lines, and Nancy doesn't have a TV. She watches anything she wants to watch on her laptop through the internet, but she paid for this woman to have, cable and a modem and all of that when she was living. Nancy had refinished her basement into a beautiful apartment, kitchen, living room, bedroom. So, but that's what this woman was. So I folded up various papers that were part of the cruise thing, and I folded them in half to make them part of the journal. And I wanted to obviously talk about the things that we did, and wanted to include the ducks, the ducky doos, thanks to Nettie. And I was talking to Mariah, and they go on cruises, and their daughter Izzy, and they have participated in hiding ducks and finding ducks. I thought I took a picture of the 3 ducks that we found, but I couldn't find the picture. Unfortunately, it's somewhere, but I don't know where it is. It's got to be on my phone. I don't know. I'll have to look for it. So I thought I'd stick that there for now. I should have done. Can I pull that up? Nope. Because I could have stuck this guy here. I could have stuck another one of my stick figures here. Can I stick him there? Yeah, I kind of could. Let me do that. Yeah, these things are fun. I highly recommend. You saw how easy it is. It's definitely a stick figure with clothes on it. And not too hard. And she had, again, her ladies had dresses on. Very simple dresses. But you could make like dresses and paint them like with African Nancy is nice too. Yes. Yeah, I had encouraged Nancy to come on. I said, oh, when you come on my stream, it'll light up when you say you're my best friend. And it didn't really, no one really got excited that she was there. And everyone said hi to her. It was really nice to her, but I think I oversold what it was going to be like. I don't know what she expected. I mean, I've got hundreds, well, not hundreds, but I have tons of what I would call Nancy stories of all the misadventures and trouble that we got into, but we never got caught. So if you do something bad and you don't get caught, are you in trouble? That's what I'm thinking. Think about it. If you do something that you shouldn't be doing, but you don't get caught, are you in trouble? I don't think you're in trouble until you get caught. That's my take on that. Case in point, we were on a little Luther League. We were, both went to the same church. because we could walk. And we were on a Luther League retreat. It must have been upstate New York because we lived out on Long Island. So we were out in the woods in a cabin. Oh, yeah. I have written down some of them, but you're right. I should really seriously write them down. And we were in a cabin in the woods, and a couple of bunk beds, Nancy and I, and there's a couple of guys also that were there. Oh, about his car insurance. What happened with his car insurance? Because that's got to be a kick. And of course, being, the bad kids we were, we brought liquor with us. We were 15-ish, I guess, and we had a pint of vodka. And when everyone was off doing, I don't know, retreat things, we would sneak off into the woods. I remember sitting under a pine tree on a bed of pine needles. It was like a carpet of pine needles. And we, have a couple of swigs of vodka and then go back. Yes, she was my partner in crime. Absolutely. So when the retreat was all over and we were getting ready to go home, and we were on the bus, and they came on the bus and they said, we were going through all the drawers and the bureaus and we found this. And they held up an empty bottle, empty pint of vodka. I looked at Nancy. She looked at me. We shrugged and we said to ourselves, that's not our vodka. We're not that stupid. Plus, it wasn't the brand of vodka. So it wasn't our vodka that they had discovered. It was somebody else's. So there was somebody else out in the woods drinking, but it wasn't us. So they were all upset and they were demanding, blah, blah, tell us who it was. And I don't think we said anything. But when we got home, the camp counselors or the people in charge called all of the parents and told all the parents about this incident. And they had a big meeting and the parents had to come and we all had to sit in a circle. And I was always honest with my parents. I said to my parents, yeah, Nancy and I had vodka, but it wasn't our vodka. It wasn't ours that they found. It was somebody else's. So it wasn't us. But yes, we did have vodka. And yes, we shouldn't have done that. But no, it wasn't us that they caught. See, that's a typical Nancy story. It wasn't us. So were we in trouble? I guess we were. But I have 2 more classes. Oh, you're sad? Yeah, okay, I understand that. Because how long have you been teaching, Candy? How long have you been in education? I'm assuming a long time, right? I mean, I was in education, teaching, aiding for a total of 35 years. So it's a big chunk of your life. 38 years. Oh, wow. Okay, I did 35. And it's a big transition. Didn't you say something about you thought you might sub? I subbed for a while because I just didn't know. I didn't know what the finances were going to be like, and I didn't know, what I was going to be like, and I wasn't sure. And then COVID hit, and that kind of expedited my decision. Because I decided I was not going to sub because I didn't want to fight with kids on whether they were wearing their masks properly or not. Cover your nose, take the mask off your chin. I could just envision what the conversations would be. I just didn't want to get involved. So I told the woman that did subs, take me off the sub list. And that was it. So I subbed a little bit. And I don't know where you are, but the sub pay at this private school was ridiculous. Okay, thanks, Miriam, for being here. I know it's super late for you. So there's another little stick figure. You just kind of, you can just stick them anywhere. You could actually draw them on sticker paper, and then really make it a sticker. They're a little bit too wide to go through my Xylon. I have a little Xylon sticker thing, and I have a 5-inch one, and I have all right, so there's the ducky thing, right? And I guess I'm just leaving that there. So here's some pictures. Here's a picture of the unhidden ducks all ready to be taken out. This is one of our ducks that we hid in the crux of a big stuffed bear that was sitting in this huge classic car on Broadway. And then here's the front, that's the inside, and here's the front of the little passport. So I thought that would make a nice page. So let's stick that down. I'm trying to make interesting layouts. I was never a scrapbooker, so people that are scrapbookers, oh my God, the layouts are just gorgeous. They're just so beautiful. This must have been in Nassau, because I can tell by the ships. This was early in the morning, because there's only one celebrity. No, not celebrity. Carnival at this point. But as time went on, 3 more ships came in. It's pretty amazing. So there was a total of 4 ships where we were, and then there was one used one behind us, which I think I've told you probably numerous times. You'll be glad when I'm done with this, because then the cruise is in the books. It's history. And I don't know what I want to do next. I'm working on the slow stitching, but you can't. And it'll be slow because I want to go back. And I bought a beautiful crochet book, not a crochet book, an embroidery book with beautiful illustrations. And I kind of want to go through that and practice all of the like all the different stitches, like, the French knot and, satin and fly stitch and, all of those stitches, and fill in the little squares with fancy stitches and such. So I got these ducks on Amazon, of course, and the set I got came with 24 little rubber ducks that squeaked, and rubber bands, and these little passports. And you got 2 extra passports just in case you screwed up, and a couple of extra rubber bands. But we managed to hide them all. It was fun. It was a great activity. So here's the itinerary and receipt. So I'll leave that there. Okay. And then we walked around the deck after dinner one night. So this is deck 15, and the pools were open until 10 o'clock at night. And it turns out, which makes sense, the pools are saltwater pools, which makes sense. And this was something that was left in the room, so I thought I'd stick this here. Why not? Just to fill stuff in. And it was World Ocean Day or Sea Day, one of the days that we were there, and the cabin steward had made, I think I told people on Sunday, he'd made a stingray, formed a stingray out of 2 towels, and had little sticky eyes that he stuck on the stingray. It was so cute. He put it on one of the beds with the World Ocean Day, which I thought was cute. So, but it's quiet, during the day. First, when we first got there, Rich and the boys had gone up to deck 15, and he came back down into the cabin, and he said, "Hi, Carol. Great to see you." Carol said they had a frost warning. That's just not kosher. Frost warning in June. That's just dang right nasty. And That's just not right. I thought snow on Mother's Day was bad in Western New York, but a frost warning in June? Geez. I don't know. I was talking about something. That's very nice. That's good. Okay. Here's another thing that was in the room. I'm going to glue this in as something that we did not partake in. We did not need to have any of our wrinkles steamed out because we had nothing that could get wrinkled, or nothing that we cared if it got wrinkled. I guess that's better. Hi, Joyce. Good to see you. I keep on misplacing those scissors, and that's just not right. Well, there they are. I just want to trim this off a little bit. How's Joyce Boring today? I hope things are well with you. I was talking about, I didn't know what I wanted to, I'd like to do like a project, and I don't know what, but I did see, I'll stick it there. Only $17.49. They'll come and steam your clothes. We were laughing about it because the service takes 48 hours. Well, that's not obviously for someone that's on a 3-day cruise, because you wouldn't have your clothes back before the cruise was over. So this must be for they go all the way across, they'll go, you can get on a cruise for these guys, all the way to Greece, I guess. So that would be when you'd want someone steaming your clothes, I guess. There was a guy that he had like a blog, and he was a solo traveler. And he said apparently that the cruise lines are now accommodating single cruisers, and they have what they call studio cabins for one. They are very tiny, but the premise is you're not going to spend a lot of time in your cabin. Oh, a 12-day. Okay. Wow. 12-day. Now, the Western Caribbean, that's Cancun, right? In that area, I think. And the Eastern is like St. Thomas, if I'm not mistaken. But the Western is Cancun, I think. All right, we'll stick that on. And I might, I might draw one of those little stick figure thingies and stick those on here. And then here's Central Park. This ship had a Central Park right in the middle of the ship. It had all these gorgeous, beautiful trees and bushes and shrubs and fake birds. At first, I thought they were real birds, but then I saw the little speakers buried in, and Callum stuck a couple of ducks in the middle of this, which I thought was a good hiding place. And great, oh man, jazz music in the evening. When things kind of cool down a little bit after dinner, we'd take a walk along the promenade and along the 15th, around the ship and everything. And we always found ourselves at Central Park. And there was a jazz ensemble with a female vocalist that she was excellent. It was really very, very relaxing. And the boys, they weren't fidgety at all. I don't know whether they were enjoying it or not. Yes, the stick figure with wrinkles. Oh, Great idea. Great idea, Beth. I like that. I'll have a wrinkled t-shirt. How's that? Well, that didn't go on too well. Can I peel that off? Maybe I can. Yeah, I wanted to cover this part because I didn't like the way it was written. So I'm going to stick it over here like so. Yeah, I could do a wrinkled t-shirt. And then I like that idea. Beth always comes up with the greatest ideas. She really does. All righty. Turn the page. Now, this is, let me close this up. This is the birthday boy, Callum's, for a surprise. Okay, Safia, thanks for being here. We gave him a surprise breakfast in the room, not breakfast in bed, but breakfast, room service breakfast for his birthday. And so I folded this, and this is the breakfast menu. And then, Richard ordered, I don't know, eggs and pancakes and all of this stuff and everything. So I'm going to fold this up, and I'm going to stick this like here. And I was going to put him inside of it, but I don't like the way, I'd rather have him over here with the little birthday pig from the that artist that I like so much. And then just leave this over here. And then, so you can open that. And here's a picture of Callum having his birthday breakfast. And you can see there's that carnival ship. And that's the second carnival ship that's coming. There's another one behind it. So I'll stick that there. And I'm going to stick this here. And maybe some more stick figures. So let me pull this off. This is kind of a nice little handy device, especially if you travel, you want to take a quick picture and then turn it into, we talked about that, make a porthole, or we talked about turning that into like a life preserver, draw like a life preserver thing around it, which I still may do. Oh, I should do this. No, he's in it. I'll do another one with 3 of us saying happy birthday to him. I'll draw another one that says happy birthday to him and kind of stick that over here. That'll be good. That'll be cute. I can do that. So I got a few more stick figures. I'll do one with a wrinkled t-shirt. And the 3 of us singing him happy birthday. So I will stick this off to this side to make room for maybe us down here. Yeah, I'll stick this up here. And then I'll do the stick figures with us down here. Actually, I could cut him out because this is Callum. That's what I'll do. I'll cut him out. Yeah, all right, I'll do that. I'll cut that down. Let me stick this on now. Check the time. Oops. All right, so that's going to go there. I'm going to just use, what do you call it, double-sided tape on that because this is pretty heavy duty. And then I have some other things. I've got our passes. And I'm thinking of making them into tags, decorate the other side of them. This is what the boarding passes look like. See, this is the boarding pass that I laminated. Not really, but I used packing tape. And I thought that I could make it, decorate this, like make it like a tag and put a hole in it and make it into a tag. But I don't know. This is like, I don't know what kind of, you can't put paint on this, but maybe magic marker would work or alcohol. pens because it's tape. So, but I thought that I could make tags, decorate them as a tag. I thought that might be something that would be interesting. So I might do that. And then I've got various places, like I folded up this menu, and that gives me a couple of pockets, Sharpie. Yeah, I guess that's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking. Sharpie would probably work really well. I guess I could glue stuff down. I'll have to try. I don't know how well the glue will stick to the tape, but I could use double-sided, though. That would probably stick it. So getting back to making something, like a project-y type of thing. I was watching Natasha. Napkins always work, right? Maybe with some matte medium and some napkins just as a base. And then once you got the napkin down, then you'd have a different surface to work on. Oh, gosh. Beth, you're knocking it out of the park. All right. I got to write down your ideas. I got to write them down. All right. If I can get all right. Beth's ideas. Okay. Let's see. We got a wrinkled t-shirt. Oops. Oh, shit, Ann. Stupid. Put my card right in the double-sided tape. All right, wrinkled t-shirt. Porthole, possibly. And what was the other one you just said? Oh, napkin. Napkin on back of tag. On boarding passes. Okay. All right. Thank you. I'll never remember it. Yes, to scratch it. Yes. I have emery boards to do that. Yeah. But if I get I think the napkin would go down with matte medium. And then again, once you get the napkin down and dry, then that gives you a nice kind of scratchy surface to work with. She does, doesn't she, Candy? She's just so creative. Yeah, I stopped in for a while on her stream the other night. And I was in Becca's yesterday afternoon, and then Nancy finally called me back. We caught up. Her sister, Nancy's older sister, has Alzheimer's. Oh, it's so sad. So there. I like a little flippy floppy here and there. And we'll do singing stick figures. All right. And then now we're in Nassau. So I printed out some Nassau postcards. Stick these down. I'm going to use this glue. Scratch the back. Scratch my back. Yes. And we'll do this. The only problem with this is that little stupid dangly thing. I find that very annoying. Let's stick this down like so and like so. This is such good glue. That glitter glue. I mean, it's the good stuff. It really is. I even have a big one now with a stainless steel. Getting back to making stuff. How many times have I started this conversation and wandered away from it? All right. Natasha, Treasure Books. Watched her video the other day, and she made the most beautiful, simple, cool journals out of scrapbook paper. I have a shitload of scrapbook paper. For someone that doesn't scrapbook, I don't know how I ended up with so much, but every time I would go to Tuesday mornings and they'd have those pads of paper on sale, I would buy one. And so she's made these really neat, cleverly designed journals out of one 12 by 12 by folding it up and folding it, and then adding a signature in it, making like a 1/4-inch spine. Really neat. And then you can just do all sorts of stuff. So I thought that would be fun to make a couple of those. I also have my Daphne Diary journal that Nina Rabina did. And I had a lot of fun cutting up that magazine and making it into a journal. I don't think I made it, the spine is not thick enough. I'd like to work in that. I have a doll journal that I'd like to work in. I've made some, paper dolls and dolls with, paper bodies, but with cloth dresses and stuff. So another area, we didn't get off the ship in Nassau. None of the excursions really interested us, and we weren't into shopping, so we kind of hung out on the ship and just walked around, hid some more ducks, had Mexican for lunch. They had a really good Mexican buffet. Oh yeah, back to the first day we were there, Richard came back and said, I don't want you going up on the 15th deck. He said it is crazy up there, and the deck is really wet and slippery. And so I only ventured onto deck 15 in the evening, because I was afraid I was going to slip and fall. No. Is there a printable post? No, I just typed in Nassau, Bahamas postcards, and these came up, and I just printed them out on cardstock. That's all I did. So if you want a particular postcard, then you could just type in postcards form whatever. So there's not a specific site for all the postcards. Just type in the location with postcard, and something should come up. All right, so here's a picture of when all of those 4 ships came in. This is a Carnival, a Royal Caribbean Freedom class, which is one of their smaller ships. And this was a Celebrity X ship. And then there was us, all in a row. And then behind us was another giant ship. And I don't know what class that was, but I just thought it was. And we docked around 7 a.m. And then these ships came in one after the other. It's very interesting. Okay, so now, here's another. This one didn't print out so nice, but I'm going to stick it on anyway. And we have Happy Ocean Day. And here's Reed. I took a picture of Reed on the bow of the ship. It's typical, angry young man look. Everyone commented about how old he looked. He does look older than 13 in that picture, that's for sure. And I told you that he got in a little trouble with his phone. Everyone had gone to bed, and he's just chatting away, having a grand old time, talking to a buddy back home. And his mom contacts his dad and says, oh, okay. People are gonna make their postcards though, right? Because I've made like cloth postcards, and I've used the what do you call it? The kids foam, the kids foam art foam, the without, and that's kind of neat to sew in because it makes it puffy. But that would be fun. Stick this here anyway. There we go. I think I told people this on, Sunday, but anyway, his phone was turned off. because he had a phone bill. They had a phone bill for $350. And he's chatting away. You what? He was questioned about it, and his response was, I don't know. I think that's what kids say all the time, right? Is I don't know. He said, when I called a friend in Canada, I got a thing and it said, welcome to Canada. So I knew I was, in Canada. But usually phone services include like Mexico, Canada, and the Caribbean. But apparently whatever service they had didn't. So he was a pretty unhappy camper. Without his phone, he was literally a fish out of water. So this was World Ocean Day. I should have really taken a picture of that adorable stingray that he had made. But we'll stick down this happy little pig instead, which has nothing to do with the ocean. Yeah, he needs a summer job. Yep. Well, he'll do chores. Richard's great for giving chores, for him to do around the house, like weed, stuff that he can do around the house. He's 13. I don't think he can really get a job yet. Let's see. There is a fish in here in this catalog that I could put right there. A really cool fish. These are all kind of cool. But look at this. And I got these fishes. I've used those before in the other. But there's this. Yeah, look at these. Aren't these cool? Let's put those under there. I'm so glad I grabbed both of these because then I can just tear them up because I have 2 copies of them. Yeah, cutting grass. Yeah, he can cut grass for his father too, or his mother. Yeah. Plenty of things he can do. I am surprised that there wasn't some sort of drop-down warning, and I wouldn't be surprised if there was a drop-down warning. And of course, as a 13-year-old boy, he probably didn't pay any attention to it, didn't register. Maybe he thought it was included in their data plan. I don't know. But it was a surprise. Not a good one. Because he's playing hockey this summer too. So he's in a summer league. He's a hockey player. Putting garbage in. Yeah, there you go. There's tons of things. Yeah, little stuff, little things that he can do. I haven't heard from them since we got back. So they got delayed in Dallas-Fort Worth for a long time. And I guess Richard said, initially he said thunderstorms. So when he said thunderstorms, I initially thought, well, that's Orlando, because that happens all the time. I've been stuck in Orlando because they can't, unload the luggage because of thunderstorms in the area. So you have to wait. I waited up to one time, like an hour and a half before they could unload the luggage. They're not allowed to go out on the tarmac if there's lightning within 15 miles, I guess is the, but apparently the lightning strikes were in the Dallas-Fort Worth airport because they flew from Orlando to Dallas, Fort Worth to Salt Lake City. So He said they didn't get home until 8 a.m., which hopefully he meant 8 p.m., because that would have been, they would have spent the night in the airport. I've got a picture of that, and I'm going to post that. Like a postscript, a PS, a postscript. Is there such thing as a prescript? Because I have a picture of them prescript. Keeping track on the time. I don't know that Aunt Bex is coming on or not. I can't figure out her schedule anymore. Does anybody know whether Aunt Becky's coming on? I didn't see her this morning. God. Lily. It was a rough night last night with Lily. She was just all over me. And if I throw her out of the bedroom, not throw her out of the bedroom, place her out of the bedroom and close the bedroom door, all she does is howl and meow and moan. You would think someone was pulling out her claws one by one with a pair of pliers. She is just rules me. She is totally in charge of my life. She's got me trained that she's got me out of bed at 6 o'clock in the morning to feed her. 6 o'clock in the morning. Jeez. So I get up and feed her and go back to bed. Oh, these fishes, this is really a cool piece of art. I don't know how this guy did it, but it's perfect for this because it has H2O on it for World Ocean Day. So I'll finish this and then I will say so long. Sunday I might start on those Look at that. Oh, isn't that, how do you like that? That looks good, doesn't it? You know what I should do though? Before, I should just take some blue watercolor and just do a little swash of blue watercolor and then glue that down. So I'll do that to finish that off. And then all it's left to do is, and these are some of the things that, you know, we didn't go to the casino, but I'm going to do some more stick figures. And then the last, and I'll put that, I'll just show you real quick. I won't. I have the Bon Voyage menu. Did I stick that on here? Yeah, I did, unfortunately. All right, so these are double-sided. So, I don't know. Anyway, I'll stick it here for now. But this is the menu, the Bon Voyage menu. And they had the braised lamb. I had the pecan crusted salmon and the crema catalana. And I had the Mediterranean tapas medley for appetizer. And Callum had steak both nights. So we only had dinner there twice. And then this was the birthday dinner. So they came out with the little birthday cake and the candle. And the wait staff, about 3 or 4 of the wait staff came over and sang happy birthday to him. So he was just beside himself. And the only other picture I have to show you is this is the sunrise Port Canaveral that Richard took when we pulled into Port Canaveral on Monday morning. That was the sunrise. Okay. And then here's a picture of them at the Dallas-Fort Worth airport sleeping, being delayed because of thunderstorms. So maybe they ended up spending the night there. I don't know. And this is a pre-picture. They went to Discovery Island, and they literally got to swim with the dolphins. And Richard paid for the photo pack, and they have all these beautiful pictures. But there they are, Reed, his dad, and Callum with the dolphins. They actually rode the dolphins, meaning they were able to grab onto the dorsal fin of the dolphin, and the dolphin pulled them through the water. And that was an all-day thing. It included lunch, breakfast and lunch, the dolphin encounter, stingray encounter, a rubber tube rafting down the, you could paint that. Yeah, you guys could. Yeah. So, and then I printed out this picture, and then I did this the other day. Remember, I colored this and made 2 little pockets out of this, and I copied that, came out of the art thing. That's going to go in there. So that's it. So thank you folks for being here, keeping me company. So I'm going to paint some more stick figures. And on Sunday, I will show you the finished product. And so everyone be well. And if you can't, be careful, be good, and be interesting and kind and all of those wonderful things that we are. Because we are just that type of people. Kind and wonderful and adventuresome. So thank you again for being here. I appreciate all of you so much. And if you haven't given me the finger, how about giving me the finger on the way out? I would love that. Bye-bye.